now welcome on board Naveen Sharma, the ED at Gravita India, joining in on the show right now. Naveen, hi, morning. As we understand, you've been meeting several investors over the last 1 month or so. What are the interactions about? Curious to know that. And what is making investors so positive on the stock? I mean, it's shot up a whopping 68% in just the last 1 month.
Yeah, hi, good morning. So there is an interest of investors in our stock because the industry is going, as you already know, this sector is multi-billion sector and various policies of the government will certainly help to grow this sector, and particular into battery recycling, where lead acid battery were already there under some regulations, and there are also various changes has been done by the ministry under battery waste management rule, and now we see the EV coming into, and companies also planning to enter into lithium-ion battery recycling sector. So altogether, this sector is going, the focus is on circularity. So all these factors are helping industry to grow in multifolds.
I just want to understand that the area which you represent, while it is an area which is in the business of recycling, it is in the business of, taking care of a lot of things which are important. What about environmental concerns in this kind of an area of business you are in?
Yes, see, this sector was highly affected by environmental concern, and Indian space of this particular battery recycling was mostly informal. And since old rules which were initiated in year 2001, known as battery management handling rules, they were not much effective. So the government of India came with new regulations, which is known as battery waste management rule. And later on, the government also came with GST. So all these factors will bring major chunk, which is still informal, will bring it to formal sector. So as of now, the retail, the end consumer who sell these batteries, end of life battery, which consists of more than 70%. So majority of this factor is still informal. So with this regulation, this will bring into formal, and certainly when the formal sector grow, so they have to follow all the regulations which are defined by Ministry of Environment and Forest. And of late in this regulation, government has also come with EPR, Extended Producer's Responsibility, wherein each producer has to take back those end of life product from the consumers and give it to recyclers. So certainly the sector will change its landscape from informal to formal sector. And also recently, 2 days back, there is another circular by the government where minimum recycled content will be necessary in the new products. So this will bring the value of recycled goods or secondary goods above the primary goods, which happens in the West, where the focus is on using the recycled contents. So I feel with this, next few years or maybe next at least decade will be for the secondary sector to grow in multifolds.
That why has the promoter, if you're so bullish about the business, decided to bring their holding down from 73% to 66%? Now that's a very sizable reduction in the promoter commitment.
So basically, the promoter wants to set up their own family business, and they do not have any other stream of capital to get through. And since inception of the IPO, there is nothing being sold. So this was the time where some good funds were interested to come into the to take the part of the equity. So that's why this has been sold, and still the holding is prominently high. And in last 3-4 months or in last year, good funds like Nomura, Adia Capital, and Jupiter, Goldman Sachs has joined the equity participation.
Right, and if we can also get in a sense as to what the outlook is when it comes to the organized sector, because analysts are talking about how we're looking at the overall battery waste management rules, the policy measures, and that could shrink the unorganized sector share. Can you give us a sense as to what the dynamics are right now, organized versus unorganized, and the potential benefit for organized players like you?
So as I already mentioned, that most of the waste which is generated by end of life is around 70% from the retail customers. So this major chunk is still going to informal sector. And with the regulation of battery waste management rule, the government has put mandate on the manufacturer or producers or importer that they have to collect back 70% batteries, and later part in next few years it will be 100% batteries and give it to recycling. So I foresee that this growth into informal to formal should be at least 25 to 30% per annum, and this will help to reduce the gap between informal and formal sector in time to come.
Given that your vision 2028 is 25% plus revenue CAGR, 35% plus profitability growth, 25% ROCE as well, what levers do you think are going to make you achieve these numbers?
So, to achieve this 25% CAGR volume, we have planned our capacity expansion in our existing network, which is there already: lead, plastic, aluminum, and tire. And in future, we are also planning capex of over 600 crore in next 3 to 4 years, wherein we will not only increase our existing capacity from 3 lakh to 5 lakh ton, we will also be adding new verticals like lithium-ion batteries, steel, and paper. So by this way, we will able to get this CAGR of 25% in volumes.
You are only lead focused, right? Which means you are typically recycling the lead dominated batteries.
Yes, currently we are into lead-dominated battery, but next will be EV batteries, which is mostly lithium-ion battery. The availability of these battery will only possible around 26-27, FY 26-27, because the life of these batteries are almost 6 to 7 years. And the major growth in EV sector has come in recent past, maybe last 1 or 2 years.
And as you expand from the traditional lead acid battery, I think that's what you call them, lead acid battery, to lithium based batteries, can your existing plant recycle lithium batteries also? For that you'll have to create different setup.
So if you talk about infrastructure, we have enough infrastructure in case of infrastructure of land building in our existing plant in India and overseas. But certainly the plant and machinery will be totally different from this, and which already we are taking care of. The technology and plant and machinery is being under consideration, and we will be coming up our first recycling plant in lithium-ion battery in India at Mundra, maybe within this financial year.
Appreciate your time. Thank you for joining in and sharing your view on Gravita India. That's the word coming in from the management in terms of their capex plans and the outlook on unorganized and organized players.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.